Hi, I'm Nick, and I live in Newtown, but I'm from Barbados by way of the South Bronx in New York City. I had a few reasons for joining. The first was I wanted to get better at kickboxing. Not even get better, I wanted to learn how to kickbox. I had always heard about it, I'd seen it, I was really interested in trying it. So I wanted to just go to a place that they had kickboxing classes and I could learn and I could have fun while doing it. The other reason was I wanted to get back into fitness. I want to restart my fitness journey, and I thought that this would be a really good way to exercise, stay active, and be fit while having fun at the same time. Yes, I Googled. I looked for kickboxing near me, and MJ Fitness and Kickboxing popped up. And then I reached out. When I looked, I actually looked at another studio. They had a kickboxing class and it was not what I expected at all. And I walked in here and I was like, oh, this is great. I restarted my fitness journey when I was an adult. Yeah. I had my second daughter and I just kind of stopped and I started my business. So all of these things came together at the same time. And when you're starting a business in that first couple of years, you are grinding. You're barely sleeping. And I think you can take it one of two ways. Like either one, you grind and you still make fitness a priority, and I just didn't. Now it's my reason. So it's interesting how you can reframe the way you're thinking about it. Before even getting to the first day at the studio, I want to just go back a little bit to after Googling, finding the studio. I was able to text with you, and you were just really informative, really helpful, and just very authentic. Like, here's what we offer, here's what it looks like when you're engaged with us and coming every day or coming multiple times a week. And you were focused on fitness is what I really liked, as opposed to you could drop, all these pounds, and that's usually how people like kind of reel you in. And you were more about like, this is a lifestyle and how do you stay active and fit. And I just thought that exchange was really helpful. You answered all my questions in a really good way and I was excited. I would say that one thing is I wanted to come at a time when I thought I was fit enough to do the classes. So I was like, oh, well, if I go there and I just can't keep up, then I shouldn't go. So I waited maybe like a month, but looking back on it, I should just come, because when I got here, I was really excited about it. And the same way you were engaging with me on text, you were like that in person. Everyone here was super friendly. And I came in and everyone was having their bags and they were working out and the class had started. And I was just really excited to be there. And yeah, I just felt like, yes, I couldn't do lots of things, right? I look back, and that's a couple of years now, but I look back and I'm like, oh, I can do a lot of things, but I still should have come, because it was so much fun. I felt great when I was done. And that's the only thing I should have done earlier. Like, I should have just come in, as opposed to like, let me wait until I get to a certain point and I'm fit enough to do it. So the first day was great. The community is awesome. One of the reasons that I really enjoy group fitness classes is just because of the energy in the room. And so if you get to a class and the energy's off, or the instructor is not on the same wavelength as you or the rest of the class, it's just not a good environment or a good class. And I find that the community here is just so strong that you have like-minded people that are all there to support each other. And that's what I felt from the time I walked in the door to the class. Everybody is doing their own thing, but we're doing it together. So I think all of those aspects help to build community. And then you have a very cool apparel, which people think that's small, but it's actually pretty huge. That this is another way to say, I belong to this community, and there's ways to do that. And so I just think it's a really strong community. It's one of the reasons I keep coming back, because the energy is so good. From the time you walk in, like I said, the staff are super friendly, and that makes a huge difference. You feel welcome. You feel like, oh, I belong here. And if it's your first time, then people are walking you through things. They're giving you like, hey, do you need gloves? Do you need this? Do you need that? Helping you set up your bag. Because that was one of the things I had a question about too when I first started. Oh, I know nothing about kickboxing. What gloves? What this? And you were just like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll set you all up. We'll set you up for your first day. And that was really helpful as well. And the coaches they're not only teaching the class, but then walking around and making sure that you have what you need, giving you directions and instructions on how to improve your form, which is awesome. So biggest achievements, I would say there's a few. The first thing is that I just feel very strong. People use the word fit, and I'll say yes, fit, but definitely strong. Walking in and doing the first class, I think I could do maybe one push-up, maybe, and I don't even know if I could have done that. And now it's night and day. The things that I can do, just even mentally, and where I can push my body is far beyond what I even thought I could do when I first walked in here. So I think just the ability to say I am strong is a huge milestone, and that has played out with my daughters as well. I have 2 little girls, and one of my little girls actually comes here as well and does private sessions with Josh, one of the coaches, who's awesome. And she walks away saying, I feel so strong. And then I have my younger daughter, she's even talking about Josh and kickboxing, and she knows, and she just says, I'm strong like mommy, and they both say that. And I think that to me is like the biggest milestone, that I'm setting an example for them as to here's what you can do, and you can be strong. That's one of the things you can be. And for myself, just saying I am strong. So that's been a huge milestone. I like the fact that I'm able to prioritize my health and prioritize my fitness, and I was not able to say that all the time. And so now I've gotten to a space where it's, no, this is important to me. I'm going to prioritize myself, and I get to do this. So even my mindset has shifted, and that's a huge milestone as well. And I think on top of that, I lost a ton of weight. I like the way you frame it, which is, it's not just weight loss, which is what people push. Oh, lose this amount of weight, that amount of weight. It's like, you want to still build muscle. So back to being strong, and you want to lose the fat, but you still want to build the muscle. And I just appreciated that framework, because I keep it now where it's not about, let's drop weight, because you can do that overnight probably, right? Not in the healthiest way, but you can do that. And instead it's about, how do you set yourself up so that you can sustain the fitness level that you've achieved. And so that's the other milestone, where it's fitness, and then it's also like just shaping your body to the body that you want to be in, and then moving on from there and saying, how do I maintain that going forward? So those are huge milestones and achievements that have come as a result of being a member. I think for someone who's on the fence, I think if you're on the fence, you should just come, because what's the alternative? And you should love yourself enough to show up for yourself. And I think that taking the first step, showing up, again, everyone's really welcoming. And then once you're here, it's fun. So yes, it's really challenging, but it's also really fun. And so to me, the fence sitting, it's just come in, and what do you lose? Let's say you say, okay, fine, I'm gonna go in. What do you lose? Nothing, absolutely nothing. The first class is free. So you literally lose nothing. But if you don't come at all, what could you possibly gain? So I would say just take the step, do it, and you definitely won't regret it at all. And in fact, it'll show that you're showing up for you.